nobody looking at me.
Say Puerto Ricans are racist based off your experience of walking through the mall with your... Hey, what's the word? You know them Puerto Ricans are racist? Man, where you heard that at?
Puerto Rico's racist. I be wearing my sleeves off, my legs be out. I remember walking through the mall one day, and I remember nobody looking at me.
Say Puerto Ricans are racist based off your experience of walking through the mall with your sleeves off doesn't represent the culture as a whole. And we're not gonna sit here and act like colorism isn't an issue in all different cultures, but let's keep it real. Puerto Ricans celebrate all colors and all cultures, from the bomba music to cities like Luisa that celebrate the African, Taino, and Spanish roots.
Even when you think of Latin artists, you don't think of nobody that don't look whitish.
That's kind of crazy when some of the biggest artists in the world are Afro or dark-skinned Latinos like Tego Calderon, Don Omar, Osuna, like Towers, even the legends like Celia Cruz who celebrated in the Puerto Rican culture. And let's not forget the legends in sports like Tito Trinidad or Roberto Clemente. Let's keep it a buck. You're an artist benefiting from the tax breaks that the locals have to deal with. I mean, so maybe it's just you that they don't like. That's just facts.
All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, salutations to the brothers that's teaching this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. All right, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai being the name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? This message, this gospel is for the Israelites, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the other nations, but your spirit resonates with this truth, this gospel, this truth is for you, all right? And I'm going to entitle this video, Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans are slowly but surely waking up. All right. And yeah, as you can see in this video, there's a few things to break down, clear a lot of confusion. But you Puerto Ricans, okay, are actually a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, and your tribe would be the tribe of Ephraim. Majority, the indigenous of Puerto Rico would be Ephraim. Okay. You also do have remnants of Southern Kingdom over there as well, so that would be Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Some remnants of them as well are there as well, but then you also do have the indigenous, right? And you would be mainly the indigenous, all right, because we know that Ephraim would be fruitful. Okay, that would be the prophecy of, according to the Bible about Ephraim. Really, it was Joseph, and then it went down to Ephraim. Okay, and then also through that, okay, you also do have light skin, so-called Puerto Ricans, and then you have dark skinned Puerto Ricans that are also of Taino or indigenous descent. All right, because that goes back to the scriptures as well. So one thing you Puerto Ricans need to know is that you are of the chosen line. The Most High chose you as one of the 12 tribes, man. You are of the children of Israel. Okay, and this guy, he makes a good point, because colorism actually plays an effect with all the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, let's see if I can pull up the chart real quick. 12 tribes chart. Images. All right, don't mind this star up there, but let me pull this up real quick. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Don't. That's just the spirit, anyway. Regardless, we're focused on this photo here, and as you can see, all these tribes, okay, all right, suffer from colorism. Okay, because you have dark skin to light skin between all the tribes. All right, and that colorism shit is big amongst the Southern Kingdom. All right, light-skinned Negroes and dark-skinned Negroes and mix. You know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they suffer heavily from those things because they're under the oppression of the so-called white man. But also, you so-called Dominicans, okay, you Puerto Ricans, you Cubans, all right, that's big amongst you. You Mexicans, you Colombians, you Brazilians, right? Be a tribe of Ashar. You guys also suffer from um, colorism too. That's Stockholm syndrome, being one like your slave master, the so-called white man. All right, and the majority of you think you're white. You're not white. All right, get that out of your mind. All right, the white man doesn't look at you as equal, or else your country wouldn't be a shit, a shamble or a shit show. Okay, it's time to wake up out of that sleep. All right, thinking that you're equal to the so-called white man. All right, you're not. You're not. You're actually better, but you're just in a low position right now because the Most High put you in this position. Okay, and the Lord's not dealing with no colorism when it comes to this truth, man. All right, and in camps all across the West, or wherever, all across the earth, you're gonna find brothers with various shades of brown, or even looking like the so-called white man. But that doesn't mean they're of the so-called white race. Okay, that just means they're they've been scattered. All right, they mixed among the nations, and now they came out looking a certain way. All right, because this thing is about the spirit, and you can't fake the spirit. You see what I'm saying? This is about the truth, and only the Israelites are going to be able to understand and grasp this truth and go further. Only the elect of Israel is going to be able to grasp this truth, right? So, are Puerto Ricans racist? Yes, they are, so to speak. They're tribalists. You can say they're tribalists. Okay, because if you are not of their culture, these people are very cultureless. So if you don't know their culture, they're gonna look at you different. That doesn't mean that they're not, you're still not gonna have it doesn't mean that they're not gonna mess with the Southern Kingdom, right? But they're still at odds spiritually. But the Lord's breaking that down, all right? Because Judah and Ephraim, you know, they basically go together and they don't even know it. All right, you're gonna find Black Americans dealing with Puerto Ricans and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna see that West Indians, you know, Southern Kingdom with Northern Kingdom. You're gonna see that and it's not an uncommon thing. However, they do have little taboos and little things, little skirmishes, little petty thing. Oh, who's dark skin? Oh, don't deal with the negro, and don't no negro. I know black, right?
Yo, Puerto Ricans are rape.
The Dominicans, I know black, right? That's their favorite thing to say. You know what I mean? But the Lord's doing away with all these things slowly but surely, man. You are so-called black. I joke. You are of the tribes of where you are, right? So the Judah being the so-called Black American Negroes, so to speak, right? But Judah's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. It's just predominantly you're gonna find Judah in the land of America, but you can guess where you're gonna find Judah as well. You're gonna find Judah in South America and Brazil. Okay, like I said, all over the four corners of the earth, all over different lands throughout the Caribbean. You're gonna find Judah there, but they're predominantly gonna be found in America. Benjamin, okay, the West Indies, okay, but they can be found throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Levi, Haitians, okay, they're gonna be found throughout the four corners of the earth, but they're predominantly found in Haiti. Simeon, Dominicans, all right, they are predominantly found in the land of Dominican Republic, okay, but they went into captivity too. Don't let these Northern Kingdom act like they never went into slavery. They went into slavery under the Spaniards. They had to go back to Spain and serve. Okay, Guatemalans, the Panamanians. All right, Zebulon, like that's their Central America, right? They're found where they are, but they can also be found throughout the four corners of the earth. They can also be found also in America. Okay, All the tribes can be found in America. All these tribes can be found in America, and a good portion of them too. I wouldn't say predominant, but a good portion. Right? That's the way the Lord set it up. Puerto Ricans, right? They can be found in the mainland, Puerto Rico, but also throughout the four corners of the earth. Cubans, okay? The Cubans can be found throughout the four corners of the earth, but also predominantly found in Cuba, okay? Cuban Manasseh, the tribe of Manasseh, can be found in Russia, okay? I was speaking with a Manasseh. He said that a lot of them they need people to go work in Spain. So a lot of them, even to this day, they travel to Spain and for work, right? Gad, North American Indians. Gad, surprisingly enough, is all throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, predominantly found in Canada, U.S. Okay, but they're also across the four corners of the earth. Okay, because they got put into slavery too. They took them as servants and slaves too. Okay, Seminole Indians, same thing. All right, Naphtali. Okay, all these tribes got conquered. You don't think they would take the people and take their as human resources for their own lands? Colombians to Uruguay, so majority of South America here, right? And Issachar, the Mexicans, can be found throughout the four corners of the earth, man. But right, so we're all mixed and mingled, and we're mixed and mingled amongst all people. So we might not come out looking like this, right? So let me get this. Hosea 7 and 8. I'm going to start at this Hosea 7 and 8 to get to the point. Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Right? So what does that mean? So Ephraim, he's mixed his seed amongst the other nations. All right? So if you know anything about a cake that's not turned, if you leave a cake on one side, it'll be burnt on one side, and then the other side, dark on one side, and the other side will be light. So that's how Ephraim is. All right? And Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom. Okay? But when you see Ephraim, you can still apply that to all the tribes of the northern kingdom. Okay? Because really that applies to all the tribes of the northern kingdom. So they come out, some of them, they're light skin. They vary from light skin to dark skin. Okay? When you think of a so-called Latino, you think most of the time that of a light skin or lighter skin Latino. All right? But they also can be dark skin. Look at, for example, he was Brazilian, Ronaldinho, but he was indigenous. He was indigenous to the land, okay? But he would be considered from the tribe of Asher, right? But he wasn't of Negroid descent or anything like that. Not to say it mattered, because they're brothers anyways. It was just supposed to show the difference, because the Lord is about variety, right? We're all one nation, right? The 12 tribes make up one nation on the earth. All right, make up one nation, okay, on this earth. One of the 18 nations, I should say. The 12 tribes make up one of the 18 nations that the Lord is dealing with. The Lord is only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel. So the Lord's not dealing with a Puerto Rican, right? The Lord, it didn't come for that. You see what I'm saying? But this brother, he brought it out. He's like, Puerto Ricans are racist. He broke it down, but don't get me wrong. They can be, right? Because why? There's enmity. There's enmity between the tribe, the northern and southern kingdom. So we can get that. okay? Because we've been warring, right? And so that guy, he made a valid point because he's like, he feels that they're racist, you know? Yeah, Isaiah 11. The restored remnant. Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh Shai shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Salakia. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Right, so that's going into the mixing of all the nations. Us being scattered in all these places means we must have mixed with these people, right? And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Okay? So, like I said, that's nothing that I didn't say when I was breaking it down. The scriptures are just backing up what I said. Judah, the kingdom of Judah, and the tribe of Judah are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Big facts. Okay? So that means what? That means they're not all going to be looking so-called Negro or dark skin, right? Not all Judah is going to be looking dark skin. Some Judah is going to look like a white man. You get what I'm trying to say? Some Judah is going to look like an Elamite, man. Kingdom of Judah, right? We're all just mixed up. So that's how, we're very spiritual men. We go by the spirit. And this brother right here, I mean, not brother, but he's an Israelite, whether he knows it or not, right? But he's an Israelite, man. This guy talks just like a Jake, man. He's Jake. He is a Jake. He's son of Jacob, man. All right. When we say Jake, we mean son of Jacob. All right. Jacob, his name got turned to Israel, which is our forefather. Okay. Why? Because he wrestled the angel, man. Prince of the power. Israel means prince of the power. Okay. So we come from a strong lineage. All right. He talked just like Judah. Moved just like, probably from New York, whatever. And there's a reason why all the tribes are in New York too. You know what I mean? There's a spirit for that. Right? All acting the same, but they all, there's a little tribal warfare going on. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord's going to put an end to all that shit, man. The Lord ain't dealing with all that. The Lord's dealing with the unification of Israel, man. The Lord's not dealing with ignorance.
Racist. And we heard that.
Let's watch this one more time.
Man, Puerto Rico's racist.
Look at him. Yeah.
I be wearing my sleeves off, my legs be out. I remember walking through the mall one day, and I remember nobody looking at me.
Say Puerto Ricans are.
Why you need people looking at you anyways, bro? I mean, in what sense? I'm not saying it wasn't true, right? But if you're walking through the mall, what are you looking for? Were you going out your way to talk to people? You get what I'm trying to say? If that was the case, then I understand. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. That, it's fucked up because those are your people. You should be able to greet with them, right? You see what I'm saying? That's all gonna come to an end, right? All that, no negro bullshit. Yeah, all that shit's gonna come to an end, man. Okay, because contrary to popular belief, you Puerto Ricans, you Dominicans, all right, you Mexicans, all right, you need the so-called Negro, the tribe of Judah, to wake up in order for you to wake up. But it's good to see that you are slowly waking up too, and you're seeing that there's colorism and you have different cultures of from the African descent, and you're embracing your heritage fully, but not fully because you haven't come back to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai yet. Okay, but you're slowly but surely waking up, and that's why the prophets, the men of the Lord, okay, are here to pretty much give you the proper understanding of what's going on, right? To get rid of the confusion. You see what I'm saying? So let's go back. It says the envy of Yeah, and the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right, because Ephraim feels like they got the short end of the stick. They don't get looked upon as what they need to be or whatever. Chip on the shoulder, right? But you gotta understand, brother, we're all brothers, man. We're all the same nation, man. Even though we're gonna get our own lands back and the land of Ephraim, the land of Judah, you don't think you're gonna be able to walk through all that? If I'm a so-called Benjamite, right? More than most likely, I'm gonna be able to walk into the land of Ephraim, no problem. I ain't gonna have to show ID if I want to go pick me out a, Ephraimite woman or whatever. I'm gonna be able to do that. Just walk into the land of Ephraim. I don't need no show ID because it's just gonna be able to pretty much say this is our land, but brother, you're welcome. You see what I'm saying? Heathens ain't, unless we sanction them to do our work. That's the only time. But what I mean, state your cause. But we're gonna be good, right? Just like if I go into the land of Judah, I want a Judahite woman in the kingdom, whatever. I'm walking in Judah land, see what's popping, see what they're doing, see if I like something I like or whatever, I'm just giving an example. I don't know how it's gonna be for real, but we can walk borderless transactions in our in our gates. You know what I mean? Amongst our land, so to speak. That's how it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. It's just the land is set up for heritage rights, right? So when you get your piece of land in Israel, damn, I wonder how much land is gonna be because every Israelite needs a land. It's gonna be that's gonna be crazy because if you really think about it, brothers, does that mean that I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, right? But the heritage, you're gonna have to have a land. Each Israelite is gonna have to, as a man, you're gonna have to have a piece of land, right? So it's gonna be beautiful, right? Whatever. That's for the kingdom. That's for the Yahweh Shai to sort out. Yahweh Shai to sort out. Anyways, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom, Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. All right, these are our top enemies, man. These are top enemies we have to go to war with constantly, man. And we're gonna bust their ass. We're gonna mollywop them. We're gonna walk. You know what I mean? We're just gonna mess them up. They're gonna be subjection unto us. Because once we're together, the unification of the 12 tribes, nothing's gonna stop us, man. And that's what the Lord wants. The Lord wants to see the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, the elect, starting with the elect to come together. All right, because it's bigger than black, white, light skin, dark skin, colorism. It's bigger than that. Okay, it's about knowing who you are as a people, knowing that you're God's chosen people. Right, we're God's chosen people. Okay, that's what you need to understand. All right, you are God's chosen people. All right. You need to want to be chosen. There's nothing wrong with not being chosen. We're chosen, man. Embrace it. Right? That's a beautiful thing. The Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. And there shall be a highway remnant of the people which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day he came up out of the land of Egypt. Okay. So then we get Ezekiel 37. And then we go down a bit. We can start off at 15. And then we read a bit. It says, Ezekiel 37, the word, and 15, the reunion of Judah and Israel. Who is Judah? Who is Israel? All right, Judah, I showed you, was the southern kingdom, You so-called blacks, you so-called Negroes, West Indies, and Haitians. All right, Northern Kingdom are you Latinos and Native Americans. So Israel, Judah is the Southern Kingdom. Israel would be considered the Northern Kingdom. All right. It says the word, and none of this, none of this can be refuted. None of this can be, oh, it doesn't say. Nobody can come up and say it doesn't matter anymore. That was in the past. Who and where are these people today? Because the Lord said He didn't put it. He didn't put an end to no nation. Right? Let's see. I gotta figure out this where that is. Do I make? Fear thou. Is it Jeremiah 30? Any? Full end. Oh, okay, found it. Slow water. All right. Yes, I found it. This is Ecclesiastes 4 and 16. And it said, there is no end of all the people, even of all them that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in them. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. So there's no end of the nations, man. Okay, whoever the Lord sanctioned to be here is here, and they're still here today. Okay, but they're calling themselves under different names. So let me go back now and finish up this, and I'll probably wrap it up. But as I said, reunion of Judah and Israel, we know who that is now. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Salakia, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of his companions. And let me go show you what the stick was. I brought up the stick. 12 tribes. That was the stick. Okay, this is the stick. Right? When you see this, this is a stick. Okay? It says the names. Okay? This is the stick, the 12 tribes chart. Okay? Let me show you another. So, let me show you another one. The one I was referring to. This one here, right? This is another stick, right? You see what I'm saying? Has its tribes. This is what you guys are being called today. This is what the Lord knows you as. The Lord doesn't know you as this. So when you're calling yourself this, the Lord ain't dealing with that. The Lord's only dealing with you if you know to call yourself your biblical nationality, right? Let's go. Let's continue on. It says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, all right, because Joseph was Ephraim's father, and Joseph and Ephraim are synonymous. So when you see Joseph, you see Ephraim, okay, in the scriptures. And the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be thine hand before thy eyes. And that's just really going back into the unification and being one as a people, man. Knowing who we are, except knowing that we do have differences, but we have more similarities than differences. Okay? The Lord made us how he made us because we're not all gonna look alike. The Lord didn't want us to all look alike. You see what I'm saying? And that's the beauty in it as well, in it also. However, we all gonna have our melanin, right? Some more than others. However, he wants to do it in the kingdom, right? Because I don't like I'm gonna be perfectly fine with you. I don't mind a light skinned woman. You see what I'm saying? Or a dark skinned woman. I wanna have variety. As long as my woman she has as long as Israel has melanin and they can deal with the sun, which the Lord is gonna offer that to. You see what I'm saying? Offer that to Israel. That's not gonna be an issue. I like to see variety. You see what I'm saying? I myself, I'm like a brown skin complexion. Some might call me light skin, whatever. But I think I'm brown skin. I want my complexion in the kingdom. I just want there to be variety. You see what I'm saying? I don't want everybody looking the same. That's to me that's boring. But I could be wrong. Rebuke me if I'm going off. Right? But I like variety. So like I said, I want my light skin, dark skin, brown skin. You feel me? So come on, man. The Lord is far out, man. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, I will gather them on every side. Right? Because right now we're in the land of our captivity. We're in the land of our oppressors. All right, we're in slavery under him. Now it's not a physical slavery; it's more of a what do you call it? Spiritual slavery, and it is still physical. Don't get me wrong, but not as physical as it once was, right? And that's why we need deliverance. We want to have our own kingdom, our own land, our own laws through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, knowing that we're God's chosen people, a superior people. We're superior to these people. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's why you have the sauce. You Ephraimites, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you got sauce, you got swagger to you. All right. There's a reason why you are the way you are. You're bossy. Your food tastes good, and all these things. Because you got the sauce, you got the spirit of Most High on you, right? But you just need to repent, turn back, and this is only for the elect, anyways. All right, the rest of you, not sorry to say, you're gonna have to be destroyed. It is what it is. Destroyed, that means death by pain. Okay, caught up however the Lord see fit, judgment. Okay, but if you fear these words, you fear the Most High, you're gonna get right, turn back. You have a high chance. You're gonna do as best you can to make sure you receive salvation and that you're delivered from the destruction, impending destruction. Okay. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among them, among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. Who's that king? Let's see. That one king is Yahweh Shai. All right. And I will make them one nation in the land of the mountains of Israel, and that one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save thee out of the dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so they shall be my people, and I will be their God. Salakia, so that one king is going to David. So it says, and David, my servant, shall be king over them. All right. So Salakia, that David, all right, King David, he's going to be king, and then Yahushai. So the order is going to be Yahushai, King David, the 12, the 144,000, and the elect, and then the rest of Israel. Okay, that's going to be the order in the kingdom. Okay, and David, my servant, shall be king over them. And that was pretty much the point, because that's going into something else anyways. But I'm probably going to just end it off there. Lord will, this was edifying. I'm going to say shalom. And to the next one, yeah.